Alright guys, welcome back with a brand new daily upload from your boy, the most consistent and persistent and just all around reliable YouTuber ever, who hasn't made a video in about an entire month. So I recorded this video 3 weeks ago. The problem is that every single time I'd get a gameplay, the file that my editing program or the capture card software rather was spitting out would just corrupt, and every single time I dropped it into Sony Vegas would crash, and then I'd spend 3 more hours getting some good gameplays utilizing the perks that I wanted to discuss, and then the same exact thing would happen over and over again. So I just lost motivation, and I've kind of just had some of these files sitting here for the past few months. I got it to work finally, so I apologize for the video being late. I'll throw a little screenshot on the screen of the date that this video was recorded, and keep in mind I initially tried to make this video like a week before that, but those files all got corrupted. So these are the ones that I'm using. They're from October 15th, so like 3 weeks ago. But better late than never, I suppose. So going back a few months, when the subclasses and the new supers were initially announced, everyone thought that the Blade Dancer or the purple Void Blade would be super good. That's what I thought. Everyone's like, dude, this thing looks so cool. A ton of people like that's why I started doing the DLC on my Hunters, because I wanted to play that class. And then everyone chose, you know, the Way of the Wraith first. They're all excited, you know, they're ready to test out the super, they're ready to see just how amazing it is. And then they treat it the same way you'd play a Blade Dancer, and it just ended up being completely horrible. The problem is you pop it, it's not fast enough to the point where you can catch up to anyone on ground, and if you want to use your swiping attacks, you can either spam left click on the ground and do all your dashes super fast. So you have to do that on ground. You can't do that in the air. You can only swipe once in the air, or you can do some sort of combination between leaping, double light attack, and then a heavy that will swing you forward a little bit. But the problem with those is that if someone's like 20 feet away from you and you pop it, they start running away. By the time you catch up to them, you use all your super energy swinging just to get close to them. And then by the time you're within the range of being able to actually hit them, you only have like 2 swipes worth of super energy left, and then you either kill that one guy or you get no registration and you're just out of your super, he's full health, and then you die. So a lot of the people that I played with at the time had selected the Way of the Wraith and they're excited to use it, and then they started using it and hated it. One of those people includes one of my friends, Inspire. So he completely abandoned the Hunter, went to the Warlock. But because I'm really lazy and I hate grinding PvE because I'm lazy, I ended up like just kind of sticking with it and playing it. So everyone like in sweats would be like, no, I don't want to play the Way of the Wraith, I don't want to play Night Stalker, I want to play Blade Barrage, I'm so bad. I need Blade Barrage to do good because it's literally a Nova Bomb with auto aim and lock on. I got carried away, but you understand the point. Nobody wanted to play it, but because I was kind of stuck with it and I did kind of enjoy it, and I thought it was cool even though it seemed to be really bad, I just stuck with it. And I found that there's a lot of things about the class in general that's not just related to the super that work really well, especially when you combine them with certain weapons. You have a perk within the Way of the Wraith tree that basically, when you get a kill while you're crouched, a headshot kill while you're crouched, you will turn invisible and you'll be able to see people through walls, which is, it's like 2 really good perks combined into one. Especially when you combine them, they're even stronger. So if you're running around running an Ace of Spades and a Chaperone, and you're basically just hitting 2 headshots with the Ace of Spades and then immediately crouching for the last headshot, you can get a headshot, go into invisible mode, you can see through walls, you can call out to all your teammates where everyone is, and then if you have a Chaperone and people are pushing you while you're already invisible and you can see them through walls, you can basically just aim at head level where you see them walking through like a, you know, an alleyway or some sort of funnel, and just pre-aim at the head level and then get a free headshot. Because there are 2 things in this world. It's called the normal headshot and then a Chaperone headshot. So I'm gonna do a little drawing on the screen for you. With every other gun, this is what a headshot looks like. And then this is what a headshot with a Chaperone looks like. So if you're purposely playing around this perk, you take a subclass that was pretty bad before, or a subclass tree rather, and then now it's actually really good. You don't even really have to engage in gunfights really using crouching. You can pretty much, like if you're playing in a team mode like 3v3, right, which is I think where this you know, performs the best, this and Rumble, but you know, your teammates are calling out someone's weak. A lot of times in 3v3 at the highest level, a lot of the stuff is team shots and just getting your teammates angles and shooting people from the side when your teammates are already shooting them from a different angle. So if someone calls out someone's weak, or you have an angle on them where they're not looking at you, and they're already fighting your teammate, most of the time you can just crouch and clean them up without them even looking at you. So it really doesn't make it difficult at all to get any kills, or to get kills rather, with this perk and by crouching and getting headshots. It's a little cheesy, and purposely, personally, I'm not going to use it because I'm not a bitch. Some people do enjoy using it, and if you love this subclass and you want to perform as best as possible, then maybe you'll want to consider running this loadout. Just as a reminder, as I said earlier, most of the files that I had recorded for this video got corrupt. So like 50 to 60% of this gameplay that you're seeing in this video is just regular gameplay for me, where I'm not going for crouching kills at all. But what I found is that, like, when I really got into a rhythm, with it, and I got comfortable just constantly trying to crouch for the last shot, it got very easy, because there's a lot of situations where you've already outgunned somebody so bad, or they're just not looking at you to the point where, like, you hit the first 2 headshots, they haven't hit any shots on you, or they've hit like 1 body shot. You can like super easily just crouch for the last headshot, and then now you're invisible. You can see everyone on the map, and map control is like a really big thing in Rumble. So it's amazing in Rumble, and then it's amazing in 3v3 because you can call out to your 2 teammates exactly where the enemies are. Obviously, if you're going for like the ultimate precision crouch kill loadout, you want to run the Chaperone. I don't own the Chaperone, so I was not using it at all. But it's obviously, like, the Chaperone is good by itself, I think, in the current meta. So if you're running with this loadout, it makes it that much better, and this whole entire kind of play style work so much better. So if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. I encourage you to try this loadout. If you're one of those people like my friend who, you just kind of initially played the subclass, didn't like it after not really giving it a lot of time, and then you ditched it, try it again. Make sure you only pop your super when you know that you are right next to someone, or if you're in 3v3 and you're making a coordinated push, because it's actually really good in like a competitive format, where when you pop that super, even though it's not that good, it's a looming threat because it's invisible, and if they get right next to you and you and your teammates are all together, they can wipe out all 3 of you very quickly. So in a public playlist, not as good, but if you're playing like sweats or anything and you coordinate a team push, like, all right, they're spawning here, I'm popping my blade now, everyone push from this side. It's very good, because either you start swiping at the enemy and you're moving so fast and you're dodging around everywhere to the point where your teammates can easily just primary the enemies in the side, or your teammates are primarying them, the enemy is just completely busy, and because you're invisible, you're not showing up on their radar, you can't really see, they can't really see you that well on their screen. You could easily sneak up beside them and get like a 2 to 3 piece, which is what happened with me. Again, someone using it against me. So I needed to get better at that, and then as soon as I started kind of playing that way, it ended up working really well for me too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know I haven't made a video in forever, but I appreciate you sticking out to the end. There are I Am hoodies available. I Am the clan from Destiny. If you don't remember the team that I competed with in Destiny 1, we now have official embroidered logo hoodies that you can get. I will put a link in the description of this video at the very top of the description. Dude, they're so tight, it's insane. Anyways, that's it for the video today. If you want to make sure that my videos actually show up in your sub box, go next to the subscription button and click on the bell, which enables post notifications, and for some reason also guarantees that your video actually shows up, or that my video rather actually shows up in your sub box. For some reason, that's just the way it is. It's very stupid. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video 4 months from now. Let's go.
Huh?